Welcome in, everyone. We are so thrilled you could join us today for a brand new deep dive.
Absolutely. It's great to be here.
Today, we are heading straight into the incredibly meticulous and sometimes painfully unforgiving world of high-end flight simulation.
Oh, yeah. Unforgiving is definitely the right word for it.
Right. Specifically, we're looking at Digital Combat Simulator World,
Hmm.
DCS World for the initiated.
Right.
And we're focusing on a highly sought-after, community-created modification. One that lets you take control of an absolute legend of the skies, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber.
Which is, bringing an aircraft of that magnitude into a consumer simulator is just a monumental undertaking.
Yeah.
Because the real B-2 is a multi-billion-dollar piece of highly classified engineering. It's famously designed to penetrate heavily defended airspace using advanced stealth tech, all while delivering precision-guided weapons over, intercontinental distances.
And replicating that.
Exactly. Replicating those aerodynamics, those complex weapon systems, and that radar cross-section inside a digital engine, it requires just an astonishing level of detail.
It really does. So our mission today is to decode the very specific, sometimes cryptic instructions created by the community to get this massive flying wing airborne.
Because it's not exactly plug and play.
No, not at all. We are pulling from a really fantastic collection of materials today. We've got player notes, exact loadout specifications, tactical warnings, and the actual installation readmes provided for this mod.
The holy grail of modding. Read the readme.
Exactly. So we're going to explore what it takes to navigate the notoriously strict DCS folder structures, the aerodynamics of extreme payload weight, and even the psychological nuances of weapon release overrides.
It's a lot.
It is. Whether you're prepping your home cockpit for your next virtual sortie or you're just insanely curious about the dedication it takes to master these simulated machines, you are in the right place. Okay, let's unpack this.
So before you can even begin planning a strike mission, you have to successfully inject the aircraft into the simulator's ecosystem.
Right.
Because this is a community-built modification rather than an official module you'd purchase from the developer, it doesn't come with an automated installer.
You got to do the heavy lifting yourself.
You do. You're grabbing the raw archive files directly from places like GitHub or the DCS user files repository, and you're integrating them manually.
And since you're grabbing those raw files, the notes highlight a trap that catches even veteran modders.
Oh, the double folder.
Yes, the dreaded double folder archive issue. I've seen this happen in so many different modding communities, but it seems particularly fatal in DCS.
It's incredibly common, and it stems from how archive files are compiled by the creators. When you unpack the downloaded mod, you need to verify its contents immediately.
Because the engine is picky.
Highly picky. The DCS engine is looking for a very specific file structure to recognize the aircraft. You should open the primary folder and immediately see critical files like the entry.lua script,
Right.
alongside folders named shapes, textures, or liveries. The trap occurs when the archive unpacks and creates a parent folder containing an identically named subfolder, which then holds those critical files.
It's essentially unboxing a package, only to find
Another identical box.
another identical, slightly smaller box inside. And if you just drop that entire nested structure into the game directory,
I'm over.
the simulator's engine scans the top folder, doesn't immediately see the Lua scripts or the 3D shapes, assumes the folder is garbage data, and completely ignores it.
The plane simply will not exist in your game.
It's like it's a real stealth bomber, completely invisible to the code.
Exactly. To fix it, you simply have to move that inner folder up one level so the core files are sitting directly inside the primary directory you plan to move.
Simple fix, if you know what you're looking for.
Right. But even once you have the structure correct, the actual placement of that folder dictates whether the mod will function. The documentation is extremely clear about the required file path in your Windows directory.
Location is everything here. You do not touch the game's main installation directory under program files.
Never.
The instructions specifically route you to your Windows user profile. You navigate to your saved games folder, find the DCS or a DCS.openbeta directory depending on your version, open the mods folder, and finally look for a folder named aircraft.
And the author of the README makes a point to clarify that if the aircraft subfolder doesn't exist within your saved games directory, you must manually create it with that exact spelling. lowercase a.
Right. That is where your perfectly structured B-2 folder needs to live.
Yeah.
The READMEs explicitly point out that dragging the mod into the core DCS installation directory instead of the saved games folder editor.
It's a classic mistake.
Putting it in the core directory is like trying to park a $2 billion bomber in your neighbor's living room instead of the hangar you built for it. The game engine just locks it out.
What's fascinating here is how this technical file jockeying mirrors the preparation of the actual aircraft.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, long before you ever touch a flight stick, configure a HOTAS, or throttle up the engines, you are required to exhibit a level of patience and precision.
It demands that you understand the underlying architecture of the environment you're about to fly in.
Exactly.
So, assuming you've navigated the file structure flawlessly, you launch DCS World, open up the mission editor, and the B-2 Spirit should finally populate in your available aircraft list.
A beautiful sight.
When you place it on the map, the documentation notes you have to designate the pilot skill level. You set it to player for a solo, offline flight, or you set it to client if you're building a mission for a multiplayer server. Thank you all so much for joining us on this deep dive. We will catch you on the next one.